What, fool?
What's up, YouTube? Listen, I have to say this. This is my third time recording this video. The first time, I don't know what happened to the video. The second time, I tried to use my microphone and it was so much feedback. So today, I'm gonna just try to get straight into the story to tell y'all how I was stalked by a YouTuber's girlfriend. Are y'all ready? Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Like the title says, I was stalked by a YouTuber's girlfriend. This YouTuber is very popular. He was popping before YouTube was like the main viewing, I don't know, media platform. So I'm not gonna say his name. And I can't even say none of his like lines because you would know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I'ma state this also. I was cyber stalked by this girl. Not necessarily like physically stalked, but I think if she had the ability to find my location, she probably would have knocked on my door. But I was basically cyber stalked, which is just as annoying as being stalked. Okay, this is how it started off. It was a Sunday night. I was working at Secret Sundays. And y'all know I love to plug in the club. That's my home club. I love that club. If y'all hear stuff in the background, I got my windows open. But anyway, I was working and I got to this section and I was like, oh my God, I know that face. So I was like, that's the dude from YouTube. And he's just known for like, I'm not even gonna say it because y'all gonna get it. But anyway, he sees me and his friends see me. And I'm like, hey, telling my homegirls like, come over here because I know them YouTube checks be hitting. And he got people around him that got bread or whatever. So I'm dancing for him. He's tipping. His friend is tipping me. You know, we all making a little moolah or whatever. And next thing you know, this girl walks into the section and starts pushing my friend. And my friend is a thick girl. Like, it takes a lot to push this girl. The girls that I ran around the club with, they was thick as shit. Like, thick as grits. Thick as 2-day-old gravy. Okay, they was thick. I was the smallest one, but I was the tallest one, but I was the slim one. Everybody else was what, you know, blessed in the booty, blessed in the, like, we some thick ass bitches. Anywho, so she pushes her out the way and my friend like, damn. And this girl had a blonde weave. I don't know if it was a wig. I think it was a weave, but she had this new stripper following her. Like, she was literally pulling the stripper in. This particular stripper, she was new. Like, this was her first night. She did not look like money. So therefore, everybody that was at the section was kind of like, why you bring this girl over here? And we're going to call the girl who's pushing everybody with the blonde hair, we're going to call her Blondie. She was like, you doing too much. You doing too much. Like, why you doing all of that? And granted, dude was doing a little bit too much. Like, he was very handsy to the point that I had to like move his hands. He tried to like pop my thong. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. This is not the club to be popping my thong. Second of all, you ain't even got enough money. You're not spending enough. Like, some clubs you show booty hole. This particular club, you do not show booty hole. It's against the law. But if I was at another club and he had a little bit more money, I probably would have slid it to the side so we could say little brown booty hole. You know, some people like booty holes, but back to the story. So she's like, no, you doing too much. Like, you're giving her too much attention. It's other girls that should make money. And me and my girls is just like, clearly she's a hater. And when I say this new stripper was so tired, honey. When I say tired, she was T-I-red, child. Tired. So he like, why you tripping on me? Like, he like sitting back with his little change in his hand. Why you tripping on me? Like, chill. She's like, no, you need to leave. She starts talking to me. You need to leave. I'm like, girl, bye. No. People are spending money. This is the only section that's spending money until I see another section spending some money. I'm staying here and getting whatever coin I can get. So she's like, no. So she's literally like trying to elbow me out the way. And I was like, girl, you do not. I said, stop. You don't want this. Please stop. He wants me here. I'm here for a reason. They want me here. I'm here for a reason. I'm not here for shits and giggles. She's trying to physically push this new stripper in front of her dude. And we gonna call her dude Herb. And you gonna understand why we gonna call him Herb. This is the same YouTuber dude that I was talking about earlier. So he like, nah. Like, he ain't even paying attention to her. So he comes back to me. He started putting money in my underwear, my thong. And she starts taking the money out, and I snatched that money. I'm like, what is your problem? What is wrong with you? She's like, he's just doing too much. And everybody's looking at her. Like, all the people they was with, they all looking at her like. So I was like, you know what? I ain't even got time for this. My homegirl picks up the money. We walk off. Mind you, we had to go on stage anyway. So I get on stage. I'm dancing or whatever. And when I can admit that I'm a lazy stripper when I'm on stage because I don't do that many pole tricks or anything like that. I'm more of a flexible girl. I'm more of a floor type of girl. I could put on a show in front of you, but when I'm on stage, I get kind of like a little stage fright. Plus, I feel like I be exerting myself for what? Because people don't be tipping like that. Like, trust me, them pole tricks come out my asshole when a good tipper is in the building because, baby, I gets to the bread. Anyway, so I'm on stage. He comes up. He tips me, and he lays the money on me. Like, I spread my legs open, and he lays the money on me. I love it when men do that. Or women, I don't care. Whoever come in. I love it when they just spread the money, and they just lay it on me. It's just so nice. So I was like, oh, thank you. This is so sweet, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I want to thank you for, like, coming over. You're so beautiful. That's my girl. She tripping. We kind of, like, together and not together, but she's just tripping and she's a little insecure. I was like, that ain't got none of my concern. Like, you got some more money. Like, I ain't say that to him, but I'm just like, okay, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'ma get some more money and I'ma find you in the club and I'ma tip you again. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, thank you, boo, blah, blah, blah. So I get off stage and I'm looking around because I'm trying to see what other table got money, what other baller came in, what bad bitch done walked in with some bread. You know, I'm just peeping the scene. So my homegirl comes up to me. She was like, that little short dust bucket is coming over here again. I was like, short dust bucket? She's like, yeah, the one with the blonde hair that was tripping at that first section. I was like, oh, God. So she comes up to me, and she's, like, literally coming here. Like, she stops here on me. Mind you, when I'm in these 6-inch heels, I'm about 6'1". So she goes, I just want to say that I'm sorry how I was treating you. I was being very rude. And I said something about you stripping for dollars, you doing this for dollars. And at that point in time, I didn't even know she said all that. When I tell you the way I can ignore people is crazy. Like, for real. So she's like, I was just feeling some type of way because my dude was doing too much. And, you know, I respect what you're doing. My mom used to be a stripper and all of that. So my homegirl was like, girl, don't nobody give a fuck about what your mama used to do. So I'm like, okay, well, thank you. See you later or whatever. And she was like, I'm just saying, like, he was just doing too much. I really wasn't trying to be a hater or whatever, but he was just like all that touchy feeling. I was like, you're in a strip club. That's what happens when you're at a strip club. Mind you, I moved his hands out the way. She was like, that's how I knew he was doing too much, because you had to move his hands away and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, ma'am, well, you have a good night. You have a good night. As soon as she leaves me and I walk towards the bar, he finds me again. He starts tipping me. And my homegirl, it was two of my homegirls at the time. They was dancing to the side of me because it was dudes with money on the side of, like, behind them too. So it was like 3 dudes tipping. So, you know, we getting our money, shaking ass, getting our bread. Next thing you know, like, he stopped and he basically, like, dropped whatever he could drop and then, like, ran off. And here she come. But this time she kind of skipped over me and went straight to him. But she did stop and did one of these. Girl, she rolled her neck and her eyes so hard. Like, I felt like it was stuck for a good 3 seconds. But anyway, I didn't get to thank him. And I'm helping my friends, you know, pick up the money. We dancing, we put on a show, whatnot. So usually when I get money from usually when somebody tips me, I make sure that I always thank them, because I am thankful for this person taking their time out and spending money on me. It's about 25 other women in here that you could have spent $1 on, but you decided to spend hundreds on me, or your 50s on me, or your 20s on me. Like, I appreciate that. So I didn't get to thank them. So one of my friends was kind of like, that girl was bugging, like, she tripping, like, that dude ain't been making content in so long, and she acting like he's relevant. And I was like, girl, it ain't even that big of a deal. We got a little coin, his friends spent some money, and then we just made money. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna find him somewhere on Instagram or YouTube and thank him. So I found him on YouTube. No, I didn't find him on YouTube. I found him on Instagram, and I DM'd him like, hey, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you coming in and showing love to me, and I didn't get to thank you, so I'm just thanking you now, and you have a good night. I didn't get a response like that fast. I wasn't even tripping. I was just saying thank you. So the next day, he DMs me back, and he was like, oh, no problem, you welcome, and sorry again for my girl acting all crazy, blah, blah, blah. He was like, we on a break right now, but you know how women can be, like, go on a break and they still think they with you or whatever. So I said, well, I just want to let you know that I'm into the sketch world. I do skits, and I drop some names of people that I collaborated with. Y'all know some of the people, because that's how y'all got here. So he like, cool. And I was like, if you want to work, we can collaborate. And this is before I had my OnlyFans. So when I was like, we could drop some content or whatever, it wasn't like he was thinking about that type of content. He was definitely he was knowledgeable that he knew that we were going to do YouTube stuff and safer work content, skits and stuff. So he was like, all right, cool. Look, I just signed a lease up in Hollywood. I got a penthouse in Hollywood or whatever. Like, you could slide through. We could shoot Thursday or Friday. We could smoke or whatever. But he invited me during the day. So that was the main thing that I appreciated. Because, most dudes, if they want you, when they want to do a little something, they invite you at night. But he was like, you can come over at noon or whatever you feel comfortable with, and blah, blah, blah. He was like, matter of fact, here, take my number. So we swapped numbers, and as soon as you swap numbers these days, like, once you let these different apps know your number, they can find, like, everybody else that's in your contact list. So he found me on Snap. Of course, we was already following each other on Instagram, and then we was texting. So we just rapping with each other about creating skits, because he had been gone. Like, I don't know what happened to this dude. I'll tell y'all a little bit later, but he had been gone. I mean, early, like 2012, 2013, dude was getting views. And then, like, all of a sudden, he just disappeared. So I'm like, all right, bet. Next thing you know, I get a DM. I get a DM from him, and it wasn't from him. It was from Blondie. And she's pretending to be him, like, oh, you think you popping with your whack ass lipstick? Because at the time, I always wear my lipstick brand called Perfect Kiss. If y'all know, you know. So I would wear, and it was glitter lips, so I would wear it all the time. Whenever I was out, I would wear it all the time. She was like, you think your lips is popping? That shit's whack. It's ugly. She was just going down a list of stuff that was irrelevant. And the thing is, the lipstick thing is the only thing that even came to my, like, that I could really remember. So then she blocks me from his account because she saw that I was seeing the messages, but I wasn't responding. And then next thing you know, I think I did respond. I said, so does he know does he know that you're in his Instagram? Like, in his DMs, DMing me? She blocked me. So next thing you know, I get a text message and he was like, listen, Blondie got my phone and she done blocked you and blocked me from, she blocked me from your page, or she blocked you. And I'm like, I see that and I don't care, so I got your number, blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, so if you get any crazy messages from my phone number, just know it's her, but she don't know where my Snapchat is, so you know, she ain't gonna send you nothing. Just know, if it's from my cell phone, just know, like, you can send me screenshots or whatever and send it to my Snapchat. So right then and there, I'm thinking to myself, like, so y'all together and you cheat on her. You have to be. She's just not a jealous girl. You cheat on her because, one, you got Snapchat. That's the cheater's app. Second, you got Snapchat hidden. She don't know where it's at. So you really cheating. So I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. So then she starts texting me from his phone, like, you strip for dollars, like, that's so whack. I guess she repeated the same stuff that she repeated in the club, but you had already apologized for this. So I text this number like, but you already apologized for saying this the first time you said it when I didn't hear you, but now you're retracting and you're saying the stuff again. I said, girl, make up your mind. Like, I don't want your dude. We're literally just going to work. And she just texting, blah, blah, blah. So I just was like, I'm not explaining nothing to this girl. So then, I think this is the second day after meeting him, she's blowing up my line. No caller ID, no caller ID. And when I say I got 6 phone calls back to back, like nobody else could call. And you can't block those type of numbers. Like at the time, iPhone didn't have that feature where if it was like, if you didn't recognize the number or it was no caller ID, like it would just ring. But now they have the feature where if it doesn't recognize the number, like, it's not gonna come through. So she calling. I was like, hello. She was like, why you contacting my nigga? Blah, blah, blah. You know, that crazy girlfriend stuff. And I said, you really want me to answer you? She was like, yeah, because I'm trying to figure out why you keep contacting him. And I was like, girl, first of all, I just want to let you know that I don't want your nigga. Don't nobody want him. We're literally trying to create content with each other for our YouTubes. I'm just starting a YouTube, and it'd be great to have one of the OGs, a GOAT, to be on, you know, to collaborate with. I was like, I'm literally in sketches. I'm an actress. Like, I've been on real production. She was like, what? I said, yes, I'm not just a stripper with a whack ass lip line. Like, I've actually been on ... And I go down the list and she's like, for real? I'm like, yes. What is your problem? She was like, well, I just don't understand. Like, you keep contacting him knowing that he got a girl. I said, you're making it seem like I want your man, and I don't. First of all, no. He's not my type. He's definitely not my type. Sorry. Don't want him. You're the only one who's pressed about this man. So I have 2 boyfriends and one that may be a boyfriend later, and they all make more money than your dude and you combined. She was like, so why are you taking this time out to be all up on him? I said, how am I all up on him when you could physically see what we're talking about? What's wrong with you? She was like, well, he's putting you on a pedestal, saying like he only want to fuck with you because you're Asian. First of all, Blondie. I almost said her real name. First of all, Blondie. She was like, how do you know my name? I said, why wouldn't I know your name? You know my name, so I should know your name. She was like, oh my God, that means he told you my name. I was like, y'all been dealing with each other for a long time, right? She's like, yeah. I said, okay, anyway, first of all, I'm a black woman. Yes, I have some Asian in me, and yes, I go by the black Asian, but if you pay attention, it says the black Asian. I am a black woman. I identify as a black woman. I was raised as a black. I was raised from a black little girl to a black woman. I am a black woman who just so happens to have a lot of Asian in her and probably some other shit. I'm a black woman. She was like, well, he's saying that he only want to fuck with you because you're Asian and he got a thing for Asian women. And I was like, I don't care about none of that because it takes two to fuck, and I'm not having sex with that man. Because if anything happens where it becomes intercourse and I say no, that's rape. And she was like, but he was saying like he was trying to get at you and he was like trying to fuck with you on some real shit. And I was like, no, it takes two to tango. I'm just trying to make some YouTube content. So then she goes, well, that's not what he said. I said, I don't care what he said. I would have to like want him. I don't want him like that. And obviously, you know, he's a liar. Like, why are you keep dealing with this man? And she just like broke down. She was like, I'm gonna call you back. I said, okay. I could hear that she was like getting on a bus or something. So then I ended up texting him like, bro, like your girl is basically stalking my shit. Like, she done got my number. She's calling me 6-7 times, and it's getting ridiculous. And she's texting my phone, so I screenshot everything and sent it to a Snapchat. He's like, why she's saying all this stuff? I mean, she told me so much stuff. He was like, I mean, I am attracted to you, but I ain't said all of this. Like, why is she going so hard? And I was like, I don't know, that's your girl. And if this is what you want, like, I don't want that. Like, I just wanted to work with you. Like, I got 2 niggas and a potential. Like, I don't want this. I don't need this. I just want to create content. And he's like, I mean, I thought that's what we was gonna do, like Thursday or Friday. I was like, let's do it Friday. I'll come over around 2:00 and we could just knock shit out. Next thing you know, so time goes past. I'm packaging up my lipsticks to ship out, and it's probably like 11:30. So I'm like wrapping up, like, okay, now I could just put these on the porch, and then the mailman could come and pick them up and deliver them. So I'm like, all right, I'm winding down. I get a phone call. It's Blondie. She's like, Herb said this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, calm down. She's yelling, she's screaming. She was like, earlier I was trying to get on a bus and I ain't have enough money and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you having all these problems and you worried about me? I'm not, like, you really worried about me? She was like, I've been with him for almost like 10 years on and off. I can't remember how many years they was with each other, but this happened probably like 6-7 years. I can't remember, about like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And at the time, I do believe she said that she had been with him for like a decade. So right now, they've probably been around in each other's lives for damn near 20 years. So at the time, she was like, I've been with him for this amount of years and he just always treat me bad. Like, I work a regular job and it just seems like me being a regular bitch is never enough for him. Like, I catch the bus to work every day and I go to work. I make honest money. I don't do none of the stuff like you do. I said, what do I do? She was like, no shit. She didn't say no shade, but she was like, no offense to you, but you're a stripper, and it just seems like that's what he wants. He wants girls who do things like you. And I'm thinking to myself, like, first of all, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. Like, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm not taking no money from your mouth. I'm not putting you in harm's way or putting anybody in harm's way. So I said, I'm making honest money. She was like, I know, and my mama, like, I have a complex. My mom used to do that stuff, so I respect it, but it's just, it makes me feel some type of way. And then when we was in the club, you was like, I know strippers can, being in a strip club can kind of trigger insecurities, and I'm not insecure. I said, yes, I said, I don't know you, but if you was my friend, I would tell you you are insecure. I don't know if this man made you insecure, but you're definitely insecure. And you're taking your insecurities out on the wrong people. Like, you really need to step back from the situation and get yourself together. So at this point in time, this girl ended up telling me everything. So she was like, well, maybe I am insecure, but he made me that way. And I said, all right, it's really late. You yelling on the phone. I need you to breathe. I need you to calm down. You've been with this man for over a decade, so that means y'all been together since y'all was teenagers. What is keeping you around? She was like, well, I just love him so much, and he treat me so bad. And I was like, if he treats you so bad, why do you love him so much? It's just, he the only thing I know. I said, it's over 1 billion people in the world, and you worried about him? You worried about him? Girl, his Jordans is dusty. Them Jordans was like leaning to the side and looked like he done ran from California all the way to New York. Like, just went from state to state. Them things is dusty. Really? She was like, I just been with him. He was my first. He always cheated on me. And I'm just like, this don't even make sense. Like, girl, what? She was like, he cheated on me the whole entire time. And right now we're like on a break, but he still want me in his life. I just don't understand. And I was like, you ever thought about getting therapy? She was like, I don't know. I'm just so confused. Then she started crying. She's like, this man gave me herpes. That's why his name is Herp. I said, he did what? She was like, he gave me herpes, and I'm scared to date other people because I feel like they all gonna treat me like him, and I just kind of feel like I don't deserve nobody. And when my mom died, he was there for me, and it's like he didn't really help me on the way. He put stress on my life. I said, you said so many things that are so negative, and yet you still tripping off this man. She was like, I just don't know what to do. And you supposed to go over to his house on Thursday or Friday, and I'm popping up because I don't approve. And I was just like, I'm not going over there, girl. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with him. This whole situation is messy. I don't like the way, one thing about me, I don't like it when people take advantage of people, and I really don't like it when men do not value women. I cannot stand that. So with that being said, she's like, I just love him so much. And I'm just like, girl, let me tell you something. That man gave you the gift that keeps on giving. And right now, you do not need to be stressed, because when you stressed out, you're going to have a breakout. And don't nobody want to deal with that. I said, he over there, that means he got, if he gave you herpes, that means he got herpes. And that means that man is never stressed, because you didn't even know that he was having a breakout for him to even give you the STI. Like, come on now. Like, girl, she was just like, I just want to say I apologize for treating you like this and stalking you all over the internet. I done blocked you on everything. I'm literally looking at your Instagram, and you are just so beautiful. And I was like, stop. I said, instead of stalking me, you need to figure out how to get on Google and find you a therapist, a counselor. I even gave her my doctor, my OBGYN. I gave her office number because my OBGYN, she has a list of therapists for people, like, that you could go to. As long as you go into her, you could go see these people for free. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is a mess. This is a fucking mess. She's just like, I just want to say thank you for helping me out. You just talking to me. I haven't had anybody to talk to. Like, he literally took me from my family. I said, did he take you from your family, or did he manipulate you and you fell for it and you decided to leave your family? And she was like, ah. And I was just like, I can't believe this is going on. Mind you, this shit went on for at least 4 days. I mean, random text messages, random calls. She would just call me at weird times. And at one particular time where she called me at like 11 or so, like what? It was a mess. So as she's telling me all of this, I'm Snapchatting him like, bro, she done told me you done gave her herpes. You wasn't really there for her emotionally when her mama died. Like, you told her that you only wanted to fuck with me because I was Asian. Like, you're fetishizing me. I see that you don't value women. I was like, that is a problem. Red flag. Like, what? He was like, so now y'all best friends. So she's sitting up here telling you all this stuff. So then she done told you that I got herpes. I said, I ain't say that. I said that she said that you gave her herpes. I ain't said that you had herpes. Whatever. He was like, that's the same thing. And I was like, I don't know. They ain't got nothing to do with me. So I said, well, you know what? You can cancel our film session or whatever for content because it's a done data. And yeah, work on yourself. So he's texting me like, you still on the phone with her? I was like, yeah, so can you call her so she can get off the phone with me so I can hear her? She's like, hold on, he calling me. So she clicks over, and then she gets back on the phone. She's like, I don't want to talk to him. I'm having more fun talking to you. You make me feel better. I can tell you that you don't even know me and you value me more than he does. And he just uses me for my energy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just thinking to myself like, girl, look, it's past my bedtime and I gotta go because I got business to tend to. And I made something up. I said I gotta make delivery, package up these deliveries for my whack ass lipstick. And she was like, I was lying. That shit is dope. Like, I wish I could afford it. I went to your website and it's just a lie. And I'm just thinking to myself like, girl, are you poor? Because that was rude. I shouldn't have said that. But a lot of stuff was just like, how? And what is going on? Like, this is your partner and he sits up here like, I know he gets checks. He has to get checks on YouTube. So I did a little research. And Herp does not have any of his old videos on YouTube. So I'm like, dang, what happened? So I go to the comments and everybody's like, oh, his girl ruined his career. Like, dude could have been monetized and everything, but he in a crazy relationship. And I'm like, yo, so everybody know about their relationship. So I get on Google and I go, what happened to insert's name, Herp's career? And it was all Reddit forums and different types of forums saying like, oh, his crazy girlfriend deleted all his videos on YouTube because she was jealous of the attention that he was getting and all this stuff. And I was like, yo, this shit is adding up. So basically it was two toxic ass people in a toxic ass relationship. The shit was not healthy. It was tit for tat every day. And as of today, I don't know if they're still together or not. I don't know. I hope not, because that whole relationship was disgusting. I ended up blocking both of them. And of course, that particular page was deleted. That Instagram, my original The Black Asian page, was deleted because people kept reporting me for whatever. That page was wild, though. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff. But anyway, that's the end of my story of how I was cyber stalked by a YouTuber's girlfriend. Y'all know y'all can follow me on Instagram before it gets deleted, because you know they're gonna delete me again. And you can follow me on TikTok. I just got off of TikTok punishment. I ain't even do nothing. I tried to do what one of the white girls did, and of course I got flagged. Racist. But anywho, Y'all can follow me there, follow me on Twitter, and you can also subscribe to my spicy sites. You know, all the links will be down below, and I will be bringing you another story time. Remember, y'all can go to my website, hoochiepuppy.com. Y'all can send me a message, or y'all can email me. It don't matter, it comes through the same way. But you can ask me questions, or you can not ask, but like, if you want to hear certain stories, because I have so many stories. I've been on this earth for, I feel like, a pretty good time, a pretty good length of time to give y'all stories that are juicy. So if you want to just, you know, chat, well, not chat, but if you want to send me emails or messages, feel free. Like I said, all my socials will be at the bottom. And can you please like and subscribe this video, please? Thank you.